Hi peoples, let the camera finish focusing, and then I want to talk to you about something really important. Well, most of you that have followed my blogs and watch my YouTubes know that I'll talk about anything and I'll put myself right out there. I don't really care. Now, a lot of you know that Rick and I have had a struggle for the last 5 years with the alcohol and the violence or the anger issues, right? Well, just a second, let me let the damn dog in, or she'll keep barking. Joys of living in a zoo. Okay, here's my issue, people. Well, we know, because I go over this over and over and over in my YouTubes. Hooch! God, just a second. I gotta let Hooch in now. Come on, come on, come on. No more, no more. I'm just gotta have some quiet. Okay. Are you getting on the camera, Molly? Okay. Here's the deal. Marlin, Texas has put me through the ringer and back legally. With Rick and Rick's drinking problem, he's been doing really good until Sunday. Sunday, he got a little money in his pocket, and which meant that he snuck off after church, good old church. Sunday's a really good day. To go and get plastered. So at 11 o'clock at night, we were hanging out the window because someone had cut my phone lines again. And just a second, come on, Tux. Anyway, someone had cut my phone lines again, and Jeremy and I were hanging out the window putting the phone lines together. Well, at the time, Rick comes screaming and cussing me. But I had put video cameras out there because of the wire cutting. And because, I mean, it's happened 3 times here. Now, this is crazy. He's getting violent, so don't you think that if you've been in an abusive situation and someone's trying to kick in your door and you call the police, that it would, I'm sorry, these animals are get me distracted, but I can't do anything about it right now. If the kittens get out of anything, wouldn't you call the police and expect them to come out and at least give the guy public intoxication or something? Rick's standing out there in front of the house, no shirt on, belligerent as hell, and drunk, nasty drunk, right? They let him go. I want you to hear my police report because I do want it on, because this police force has failed me over and over again. My broken hip, they let the girl walk, and she beat me in my own home after I allowed her to spend a week here because she was homeless, and that was my fault too. Or the girl that kept setting the beds on fire. This is why I can't help people anymore. I turned away people, homeless people, the other day because I'm scared to let them in because the cops are not going to back you up here. They are very ill-trained, and then they'll come in and talk to you like you don't know anything. Do you see behind me? I have every law book you can even imagine, Texas law especially, because of what I've gone through. Now, just like these animals, everybody in town dumps an animal off on me, yet the charity that Falls Animal Rescue Mission that doesn't take in the dogs or cats, and I don't even like cats, by the way, they are getting all these donations, all of this stuff, and I'm struggling for dog food, cat food, and cleanup duty, and they send their community service people to the Samaritan House. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Alright, now, I'm sorry, no makeup again. First thing in the morning is the only time I can vent this out. And I've got people coming over today to try to help me with a little bit of this. Okay, and remember, the incident is videotaped. And so understand what I'm saying. It says, on October 13th and 14th, because it went from p.m. to a.m., for it was a long span of time. 2013 at 11 to 3 a.m. The man that I have lived off and on with for 5 years came to the house. I've got to take these off. I can't read. You know me, I'm blind. Came to the house drunk and threatening. He began to kick in my door. I called 911 and asked for help. I told them that he had just gotten out of prison for domestic abuse. 4 officers arrived, and the lead officer, Newton, began asking why I had called if he had not hit me. You should be able to call an officer when you fear for your life, especially these women. These women are getting attacked right and left, and that's wrong. I used to have to run guys off at the post office at night, because it's across the street from me, for bullying women to get $5 here. And I'd have to run them off. This is why, I'm a powerhouse. I'm not scared of shit. Y'all know that. Anyway, I told them that he had just gotten out of prison for domestic abuse. 4 officers, I already got to that. Officer Newton verbally badgered me like I was to blame for the whole thing. Now, I was stone sober. Like I said, I have it all on videotape. Listen to the 9/11 tapes to hear Rick beating down my door. Now, when I called 911, now, I've had a lot of trouble with the 911 anyway before. 911 actually thought I was in Chilton. Then when I finally got the Marlin police, which I don't know why you can't just they don't know, pick it up where it is, because I was on, cell phone, that's why. But anyway, the Marlin police, over and over and over, with me trying to hold in the door because Rick was kicking it in, told me they didn't know where I live a block away. The whole deal from 9/11 till the officers arrived was 15 minutes. I clocked it in on my phone. Like I said, listen to the 9/11 tapes. With the Rick beating in my door and cussing me. They then allowed him to walk away drunk. Now, the man had already beat in my door. He didn't have a shirt on, and they allowed him to walk away drunk. And I knew right then he was going to be back. You don't do that. Anyone knows that an officer is supposed to take in a PI, public intoxication. Now, why didn't they? Because I think in their heart of hearts they were hoping he would come back. I've been fearful of retaliation so many times. But I keep fighting. I guess I'm going to give up. I'm going to have a garage sale this weekend and go ahead and try to move away from Marlin. I thought I was making a difference here, but a friend of mine told me you can't make a difference here because it's a one-person war. Nobody else will get up and fight. They all lay down and die. Anyway, at 1:30 a.m., this is where they then allowed him to walk away drunk, with me telling them that he would come back. Even worse, he did give his name, by the way. The first time they were here and he gave his name. I have that on videotape too. I have everything on videotape. The badgering, the belittling. No wonder women don't call the police here for when they're getting their ass whooped by their husband. You can't call the police if the police are not going to do their job fairly. I'm not saying do their job rampant, because there's two ways. You're either over, like the big cities have gotten, or you're under, like some of the lazy nighttime staff. Daytime staff here has always been good. Nighttime officers are slack, very slack, because they have no discipline at all. They'll spend 2 hours down here at the restaurant eating dinner. And I have that on videotape too, boys. I love this one. Last year, one officer actually left his car running for 2 straight hours at that restaurant because he didn't want to get into a hot car. I'm guessing. Okay? 2 hours. Okay, and running gas prices. I walk everywhere. I won't soon because this time, someone out there, I want a lawyer. I want a year and a half of everything I've gone through. And I'm sure Rick wants one too, because listen to the rest of the story. I said, if he'd been arrested by the first time for a PI or drunken disorderly, then my door would close now because he came back and kicked it all the way in. All right. No, at 1:30 a.m., Rick did come back and kick my dog, kicked in my door, and verbally abused my mother. The same officers came back and arrested him in my bedroom. If he had been arrested the first time, hush baby, then my door would close now. It's busted in two. I have to sleep with it wide open now. My dog would not have been injured. Hooch got injured, and you know how I am about Hooch. Plus, they leave the door open, and the dogs go in and out. Hooch was gone 8 friggin' days because of their bullshit. Oh, that police report on that one, they didn't even put anybody's name on there. They named Sheila, the girl that tried to kill herself, Sheila, and her name was Cheryl, and they didn't put anything else on there. Leave the kitty alone. And unlawful bonds and charges would not have been set. The bonds that are set now are for failure to identify, which he did the first time they came out. Second time he was in bed, so he wasn't. Okay. First time he did, they knew. Same officers, same night. Okay. Failure to identify and resisting arrest. Okay, now you're arresting somebody, but you didn't charge them with what they were lawfully should have been charged with. Resisting arrest. They had him in handcuffs out here. He didn't resist. He was belligerent and hateful because that's... And he can do all sorts of weird things with his body and do contortions and get out of anything. But, and I say this again, they have cost me more and more and more and more because I'm big-hearted and I've tried over and over to do things for this town. Okay. Now, just like when they allowed the girl that beat me and broke my leg, hip, and pelvis go right here at this door. I was laying on the floor right here. Okay? And because I caught her stealing from me, she knocked me back. Now, these are the people that I've helped in this town. So you've got to realize, these people that I've helped, they haven't been so good. I just can't give up on things. It's like Rick. I don't give up on people. But I'm giving up on this town. My house, I can't keep up with this house. I can't keep up with running the local animal shelter because they won't in the city. And then, I'll tell you the rest of it later. Alright, just like when they allowed the girl that beat me and broke my leg and hip and pelvis to go. Or when they came and stayed 2 hours, forcing me to allow a woman in my house for 2 hours to remove whatever she wanted. 4 days after my surgery. They forced me at 7:30 p.m. Nighttime again. The daytime stuff had come 3 days prior with the same woman and allowed her 15 minutes to come in and get her stuff. I don't steal people's things. I just needed time to heal. I was on a walker. I was in pain. And she'd already had 3 days here. 3 days here to get her stuff. And this constable here in Falls County, he came. And he was out of Judge Myers' court. Now, Judge Myers is the one that gave me a $2,500 lawsuit because this girl and then she didn't even get her stuff. Okay? I didn't even fight it. I don't care because you can't win here. Helping people does not pay here in Marlin, Texas. And the Samaritan house that says that I run up all this credit, and they're the one that keeps sending these people to me. It's like they're attacking me. The one that filled my house with cockroaches, and it's taken me months and months and months and months. But anyway, back to whatever. The video will be on YouTube and American Towns. Google my name, Carla Holland-Strange. Because people, I am fed up. I'm not afraid. Now, as I've said over and over and over, if they come in and set me up like they've done numerous people here, if y'all don't see me on YouTube every few days, start asking questions why about Marlin, Texas. Because I do my YouTubes very regularly, and I stay in the public eye. I live at 207 Winter Street, Marlin, Texas. And just like these animals, I can't even afford to eat. The police chief, Chief Allen, told my son that he was going to give me a $450 fine for the dogs not being tagged. For one thing, they won't even tag dogs here in the city. I told them they could pay for an animal shelter if they started doing tagging. My dogs are vaccinated. My dogs are, and for one thing, these are not my dogs. These are not my cats. These are the city of Marlins. I have one dog. His name's Hooch. But there's 12 dogs that live here right now, and there's been up to 19. I cannot have my bed and breakfast because I take care of the town's problems. I am fed up. I will not lay down and die. I am a weeble. I wobble, but I don't fall down. When we don't have enough food, we get cheap bread, and the dogs eat cheap bread with us. I will not let a town just pile up animals and shoot them like they've been doing. I do take them, and I lose my dream, but I will not let them do this to this town. There are some amazing people here. There's some awesome people. You cannot even imagine the great people that are here. They deserve better, but they don't know the law. A friend of mine just did 3 years in prison here because, and they never even showed her what the drugs that she supposedly had in her house, and she knew there wasn't any in her house. Now, one girl was held on the side of the road for hours while they searched her car, and they found a pill, and they said it was crack. Waited till she got all the way to court to say, oh, that was your mother's pharmaceuticals. Look at this. They don't say sorry. They don't get your bond money back. Sorry, something's not right. Something's fishy. Just like Grimes County holding me 34 days for that $4.95 check. Waited till I got to the court and found the money order that I'd paid 2 years prior. That's why I study law as hard as I do. And at 52, I may become a lawyer. Because somebody has to take care of these small town people that do not know their rights. Anyway, I've rambled on too long. Many blessings. Peace out. Massive orgasms. My name is Carla Holland-Strange. Even though I haven't been a strange in years. It's just my brand. Because nobody else will do it.